Your thoughts are not you. I let overthinking and catastrophizing ruin my mood for years until I learned something that completely changed my life. My thoughts are not reality. They are just thoughts. Even if I believe it to be true or believe them to be true, it doesn't mean that they are. And as an example, there were so many times where I thought I embarrassed myself by saying something stupid at a party or in front of others and thought that they judged me, when reality was that, most likely at least, no one actually cared. Believing every thought that crossed my mind was really ruining my self-esteem, because any of those nasty little comments that we make about ourselves sometimes, I would just attach so much weight to it and, see them as true. Not only did I have these negative thoughts about myself, but obviously everyone, we have those thoughts about others as well. So whether that be randoms that, I'm driving behind someone and I feel like they don't know what they're doing, so I criticize them in my head, or someone's taking too long standing in front of the shelf that I need to get something from at the shopping center or whatever. I would say negative things about them in my head, and I would feel quite ashamed of that. That would even go to loved ones as well. If someone upset my feelings or I had a judgmental thought about a loved one, I'd really beat myself up about it and, question why I was thinking that way. Like, why was I even having that thought in the first place? To fix this, I first thought that I needed to just stop having those thoughts because there was something wrong with me for having them, which obviously didn't work. It is an impossible task to try and control your thoughts. And instead, what actually worked for me was just not believing every one of them and not attaching so much weight to each thought. Since learning to separate myself from my thoughts, I don't attach my identity to them either. So if I'm having these negative thoughts about other people, I just brush them off. I don't see myself as a bad person for actually having them. If I'm having anxious thoughts, I don't see myself as someone who is anxious anymore, just having anxious thoughts. Now, this was really hard for me to do at first, and I still have these negative thoughts, but I just know now that not all of them need to be believed. I don't have to attach so much weight in them and see them as a universal truth or how I really feel. Now I kind of see most of my thoughts as just background noise.